Dude, it's about time you woke up. We need to start the review.
Wait, I thought we already did it.
No, we haven't.
But we did. We did a really good job. And then we died, I think.
How did we die?
You'll find me when you wake up! What do you mean?
I don't remember. Oh, gee.
Dude, I think we might be stuck in a loop.
What?
Yeah, we're stuck in a loop now. How many fingers am I holding up behind my back?
I'm not psychic.
Okay, this is the first time we've done it. Okay, so that means we still have time. Dude, you have the power.
Power?
You have the power. Every time that you die, the review starts over.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect
No.
sense. So that means we need to get through this, and once we finish the review, once we get to number 5, then that means everything will be fixed again.
What are you talking about?
We have to do this. Right, get set.
Wait, I'm the crazy one?
I don't know what you're talking about or what you think might be going on, but we need to finish this.
Gosh, all right.
Let's do it. Hello everybody, my name is Gabe, this is Ryan, we're Room 210 Productions, and today we are going to be looking at our top 5 favorite things that we liked about Edge of Tomorrow. And with this being an action movie, it makes sense to just start off with number 1, how the action worked. I really liked how they did it in this film because even though it was a sci-fi flick, they didn't make it feel like a flashy sci-fi movie. It was a lot closer to something more like Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan than, say, Star Trek or something like that that's come out recently. So I actually really liked that. The fact that it felt a whole lot more grounded in reality than something way off in the far future. It seemed like this would be a lot more able to happen, I think. And that's horrible grammar, I'm sorry. The design of everything helped a lot with that too, and that's something that we'll talk about later. But just the fact that they had it set on the beaches of Normandy, it was a mass invasion, the characters, they all actually felt like soldiers. Everything came together so that it felt more like just, I was watching another war movie rather than a flashy sci-fi flick, and I liked it. And that was something I think needs to happen a lot more.
Yeah, so much better than, well, most wars and sci-fi movies, definitely, like Star Wars especially, those were sometimes over the top. Lucas! Anyway, moving on. The key plot point is what brings us to number 2, the restarting of the day and how it flowed. They did such a good job. This could have been something that could have been repetitive, gotten old fast, made you feel like, what am I watching? I'm seeing the same thing over and over, I just want to leave. No. They did a great job of making it new, making it a humor point, like not every time he restarted there was humor, but a good majority of the time they used it as a gimmick for their humor, and it worked. It was beautiful, it flowed well, you didn't get bored, and I think that's what I love so much about it was just it restarting, and you always wanted to know what was going to happen the next day. Even though it was the same day, it changed, and you wanted to know what the heck was going to happen next.
No, that's too big of a mess up. We need to restart. We need to restart the review.
What are you doing?
What is that? Dude, it's about time you woke up. We need to start the review.
We were in the middle of it.
What do you mean?
You shot me.
How many fingers am I holding up behind my back?
2?
Okay, this isn't the first time that we've done
How
it.
did I know that?
Dude, I think we might be stuck in a loop. You have the ability to restart the review every time you died. What's the last number that you remember us doing?
I just finished 2.
Okay, that means I need to start number 3. Ready?
I slapped myself.
Let's just need to get into it, all right?
Okay.
And now for number 3, we're going to be talking about how let's just admit it, whenever there's going to be Tom Cruise in an action movie, you know that there's going to be some sort of romance element to it. Emily Blunt did a fantastic job acting as Rita, acting opposite him. But other than that, I think my favorite part is that they actually made the 2 characters work for this relationship. And when I say the 2 characters, I mean Tom Cruise, because he's the one who wanted to be in a relationship with her. She didn't want to have anything to do with it. It made things interesting. But to see this relationship, rather than just get shoehorned into the film like so many other instances that we see in the summer, or really anytime a movie comes out, like so many other instances, we get a relationship that has some value to it because we know the characters actually had to, pursue something in order to get it to work.
Yeah.
That leads us into number 4.
Number 4, the art design. Personally, my favorite. But anyway, the beauty of this is, like Gabe said earlier, this felt like such a really good futuristic sci-fi film, but that was grounded in reality. And the art design just helped with that. From the design of the jackets, to the design of the villains, to the design of just the scenery around. And starting with the jackets, it looks like prototypes for stuff they're working on right now in the army to help our soldiers. The surrounding areas looked like battlefields that had just happened or whatever, and it just felt grounded. And my personal favorite art design was they took a lot of liberties from the book Basic, which is okay, and the mimics. They were supposed to look like bloated frogs. That's how they're described in the book. But they
Scary.
Yeah, I know, right? They didn't look like bloated frogs, and that just doesn't come across as scary. They looked like shadows of themselves. They moved fast. Even when they slowed them down or had them standing still, you really couldn't tell exactly what they looked like. I mean, you had an idea, but they had this such mysterious look about them. They were actually really scary, and I'm glad that they took the liberties they did with the art design because it came together to feel very, 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 very...
No, come on. No, that's a catastrophic failure. We gotta restart again.
No!
Dude, it's about time you woke up. We need to start the review.
No, just stop. We've been through this a million times already. We were in the middle of the review. I have the power to restart the review, and you have 2 fingers behind your back. Also, there's a gun over there that you keep shooting me with. Now give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. You're on number 5. Go.
Okay. Number 5, the character development. Now, knowing that this is a Tom Cruise sci-fi action movie, we're all used to this persona of just the cold, just awesome at everything that he does, action hero that Tom Cruise repeatedly plays throughout so many of his other films, Oblivion, Jack Reacher. But this starts off differently. He starts off actually as this self-centered, selfish, trying to save his own hide, Weasley little PR guy for the army, a complete antithesis of this action hero that we all know and love.
How could you shoot me?
Some of us...
No, we're going to talk about this later. Don't ignore this. I'm not talking to you.
That some of us apparently know and love. But the difference in this case between all these other films is that it actually feels like it has some weight to it now. The fact that we see his character change, he actually has a character arc over the course of the movie, and he goes from this, just slime ball, basically, into this action hero with a heart that we know him to be. It actually feels like it makes sense that he is this character now. And that's something that you don't see in a lot of his movies, especially lately, or even a lot of just action movies these days. And so it was refreshing. Overall, this movie, it wasn't perfect, but the combination of the action, the art design, the romance, the flowing of the day, restarting, and his character development all combined for a really refreshing take on the movie that we're used to just going to see maybe on a weeknight or something when we just have some time to kill. So, without further ado, my name is Gabe. This is Ryan. We're Room 210 Productions. Thanks for watching. Are you okay?
No, I am not okay. Gosh. We're not taking the train.